Okay, so welcome back, and you already know you're tuning to Max TV app close, and I'm here with ex-Digido. We are talking about his story. Currently, we on Davi Medekuku. So, the journey for Davi Medekuku, how did it all begin?
Yeah, from the show, and when I got deal, it was because of that particular song.
Oh, what you did?
Because I performed it freestyle on the stage.
Oh,
and that took the whole show to the next level. And, after the show, after I finished performance, there was blackout, there was light out.
So the other artists no can perform?
They couldn't. It was maybe I think it was Reggie Pet and I light in the bio to me perform because it took a long time before
to perform.
Oh yeah. After nobody wanted to start, so when we started, we had a light off by.
Wow.
Yeah. So from there, the producer started working with me. So I went to the studio and I was doing exactly what I was doing on the stage.
Okay.
And I have some couple of songs that I have to do.
Yeah.
So I did I did that song, and then I did That's a Break Kasa. And then I did Davi Medekuku.
Yes.
And then I did
the album, Davi Medekuku be
the Ish.
The Ish. That was
so when I recorded it. It was
okay.
KWESI played it and Zola mixed it.
Okay.
At CHM.
Okay. But the Davi Medekuku, who wrote the lyrics for you?
I wrote my part, and then Chicago wrote his part. It was featuring.
Yeah, you featured him on the song.
On my song.
And where from Chicago? Was he also part of the?
No, I met him at a show where I was invited as a guest artist.
Okay.
More like a guest artist, and they were performing on the show.
Okay.
And then he came on the stage with some Ewe intro.
Okay.
He was rapping in English. He wasn't doing anything Ewe. But when he was coming to the stage, there was some Ewe intro, some dialogues like that. I'm like, whoa, this is tight.
Yeah.
No, this is tight. Why not feature him on my song? Because Davi Medekuku I featured TikTok on it. I featured Rescue Squad, which is VIP.
Okay. Yeah.
Back then they were Rescue Squad. No, I featured a lot of guys that I thought they could also pass through me and make it.
Yeah.
So I was giving them the chance because the album that's what we did back then.
Yeah.
When you have the chance, Reggie got the chance. He featured Nanano, featured Rutai, featured Samidi, featured some Silova and all that. So all of them will be heard.
Yeah.
So when I got the chance to, I featured all the squad so that they could be heard. So that was where Chicago came in.
Okay.
So when I did the song the first time, I went to show it to my producer. He said, "Hey, raw I beat because I did it. I did the ever to some part to my part.
But do you speak Ewe?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. And then I continue with Chi.
Okay.
It wasn't throughout. It wasn't ever throughout.
Okay. It was Chi.
Yeah. So when he suggested that, and I saw Chicago doing the intro.
Yeah. So
I'm like,
called him to come and
Charlie, tell my boy about Charlie, my main friend boy, me feature no. So I called him in the studio, and he said, "Yo, you would like to do it? Hey, let's do. Who know how to do it? So I took him to the studio, and then we worked on it, and we had a good song. We had a very historical song. First Igbe song in Ghana.
Ever. Which year was it?
I'm talking 96.
96.
Yeah. First Igbe song in Ghana. Igbe people was not doing, most of the Ewe songs was, if you hear Ewe song out there, it's supposed to be Bobo or Agbaja. That was the first Ewe hip-hop urban music, Ewe rap music.
Wow.
Davi Medekuku.
Makes you a legend then.
Yeah, legendary. Yeah, I'm not out to the legend yet. Yeah, I'm still working. I'm just.
So now, after the Davi Medekuku, the song was out. People were hearing your things on air. You were becoming a star.
Yeah.
How were you dealing with it?
Well, slowly head came. Of course, yeah. Because Charlie, everything you wanted to see has happened.
Yeah.
So now people that think that you're a bad boy who was giving you bad names and everything now can't give you that name again.
How was your mom relating to it? Your mom and dad and your other siblings?
Can't complain because they wanted me to go to school. They wanted me to move on my education.
Yeah.
So taking that path was a bit confused with them, and they didn't want to take that.
Okay.
They didn't want to accept the talent side. They wanted me to go to school and be working and be
focus
getting
more.
paid every month. You know, my life will be programmed like everybody, like a banker, go to work, come, go on leave, you get paid every month, back, you know, so that you can live your life. You know, that was the way life was about.
Okay.
You know? If you try to deal with your talent, people will see you as a
But back in the days, they really didn't understand the music thing. They were like,
talent,
okay,
forget it. If you want to play soccer, you have to be a kobolo. If you want to do music, you have to be a kobolo. If you want to be a boxer, you have to kobolo. But we are the people that keeps the country going.
Yeah, it's true.
And we're supposed to be taking serious and be giving serious attention. You know what I mean? That's the genesis of an industry.
It's true.
It's when the people around you don't really know what you are doing or don't see what you are doing. It becomes a bit harder for you because all the time, people outside will always come in. It opens way for people outside to come in. But if the family, everybody supports what you do, it gives you a big milestone to continue. You know, so they wanted me to go in academics more. So this part, they fought with me for a while.
So when you started your journey as a musician, were you making money?
From beginning, yeah, I was making small money because it was something new.
Yeah.
And people were not actually patronizing it like how it's being patronized now.
Now, okay, but at the time, who were some of the artists around? As you said, Nanano,
around my time, there are artists that couldn't come out, that couldn't make it, but I like to call their name all the time. Everywhere I go, you know, these guys they've been there, and up to now they were not able to come out.
Okay.
But they were part of the movement. You know what I mean? Somebody like Lover,
yeah.
Somebody like Kwasi. Somebody like Shocker. Somebody like what's his name? Sel Pessoa. Yeah, somebody like most guys. You know what I mean? I feel them. Now, as I'm talking to you right now, I can tell you how good they were back then.
I know. Back in the days, it was
no,
crazy.
But they couldn't. But those that made it, Nananom was part of it, the movement. Dead Body was part of the movement.
NFL.
Tic Tac was part of the movement. NFL, Eddie Blay was part of the movement. And who again? Rockstone, of course. Even though Rockstone came a bit late, but
he came a bit late. What do you mean by it came a bit late?
Yeah,
when he came, Hip Life was not around.
We were doing Hip Life already, but he was the first person to commercialize it.
Oh, to make it Hip Life.
Yeah, to make it open. To make it business. To let people see that they can invest in it. And I give his father very, very double thumbs up for his late dad. Yeah. Because his late dad saw the vision that Rockstone had, because Rockstone was living outside.
Yes.
So when he came, we were doing it, it was like, hey, I mean, so you. And you know, his dad just supported him.
Yeah.
Called Quantus. Give him a deal, give him some money. Charlie, push my son for me.
Straight.
So all the time, I say his father was the one who made the Hip Life game commercial, so that people can pay and sign somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Rockstone was there. You know what I mean? We are all soldiers. You know, we're all moving. So after he came out first, because his father, the family was helping him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But some of us...
hustling.
We were hustling.
The streets.
You know what I mean? We have to go and come before our parents will be like, okay, say, we're not bad, You know what I mean? Because, you know, but... So that's how it ended up going to shows and stuff like that. We were making money, but the money wasn't the money people are making now.
No, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when you call the money, people might think, hey, but you made money. But no, those days, as an artist, you were not even thinking about your money.
You own the thing.
Because there's no social media for you to run your things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have people working around you. So there, I work with El Ankra and Fred Miyama.
As well, your manager?
El Ankra was my PRO. And Fred Miyama was my manager.
Wow. That was the Davi Medekuku era?
Davi Medekuku era.
Wow.
So they were doing more of the moves for me. I would always...
So did you shoot any video?
No, around that time, you don't shoot video for hit song.
But Bernard Dems were...
They were camera guys.
Yes.
But around that time, you don't shoot video for a hit song. You shoot video for a song that you think needs to push.
Okay.
When the song is hit, you don't touch it.
Oh.
You get my point.
Okay.
But now there are more places that need audio visual.
Yes.
That's why when you do a song now, you have to shoot a video. But back then, the only place to hear the song is on radio.
Wow.
And parties.
Yeah.
To be seen on TV, you have to perform it live.
Okay.
Weekend rendezvous, you know, on TV. You go second generation.
Second generation.
You have to perform live. Like here, they'll give me mic and DJ, and I'll perform my songs. You know, I go, and there are a lot of shows that you need to perform your songs instead of showing videos.
Okay.
So it didn't allow us to do most of the videos until the system changed. That we have more laptops, phones. You know, there are more outlets, you know, where you can show audio visuals.
So when you came out with the Davi Medekuku and you were making money and you were playing shows,
we were making money, not I was making money, because I didn't put a peso or a dime in it.
Okay.
And I was even begging them to do my thing for me.
Okay.
Because I wanted to come out.
But were they paying you? Were they giving you
they were giving me
some. Did they rent for you? Did they buy a car for you? You know, all those things.
Yeah, around that time, something like that.
Okay, so you were driving some Astrabi or some Opel
movement, and then later I moved to my Opel.
Okay.
That is my second record deal.
Yeah. Okay, second record deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first record deal was more like a hustle.
Okay.
And to prove a point.
Okay.
So I wasn't thinking about money.
Okay.
What I was thinking about most is to make sure the name XDO sink into people's head.
Okay.
And to make sure the art stays for long. And you know, we're more like, the reason why I say we paved the way is because we suffered for the up and coming one.
Exactly.
We made all the mistakes they're supposed to make now. So they can learn from our mistakes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's unfortunate God gave us that time too early when we're young.
Yeah, but it was good.
So, you know, now that I'm still young, people might think that, hey, we knew. But, you know, we started earlier. At the younger age, around 16, around 16, 14, 16, 17, 18, I had my record deal.
Wow.
My first record deal. You understand what I'm saying? So, around that time, you need to hustle more. Promoters don't even know how to do shows, to organize shows
for artists.
You know, when you're playing a show, people still, they jump wall like what I did. People jump wall, they break it, and people enter. Because the guy performing there, we have to see him, whether we have money or not. We have to go inside and see him. So there was some few challenges with promoters paying.
So you had issues with Bernard and Co, right?
Yes. Some personal issue.
Why? What was the issue?
I got to a point, you know,
the money no they come again.
Oh, money they come. No, you know, I wasn't thinking about money. All I was trying to do is make sure my fans will feel good.
Okay.
I like to go show, play, and then see the fans going home with good spirit.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, the guy rocked the place. The guy. That one alone makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And we weren't looking at money.
Okay.
Like we were looking at money, we only have gotten chance to get to some point, because at that time money was not really the problem.
Money was not even.
Yes, you know, with time money will come.
It's true.
So from beginning, you don't look at money. You think and go and do your war, win the war, and then you bounce. Then you get good name.
So you had issues with them, and you were like, you want to move.
Yeah, and then we decided to move on, and even begged them that, Charlie, whatever I've done, they should forget it and forgive me. Brought my moms to come and beg.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
you caused something?
Yeah, some small thing.
KWESI or
KWESI.
That's what I did.
Some small stubbornness happened, and you know, people were not giving good remarks about me because of the way my lifestyle was back then. You know what I mean? So they decided like, okay, you're doing age money. I'm like, I beg you and all that. Beg you, everybody, Charlie, I beg you, I won't do that again. You know, back then you see those things as help. You don't see it as business.
As business, yeah.
You were seeing it as the guy is helping you, so you have to keep quiet. Whether he's cheating you or not cheating you have to keep quiet, because you know your name is being mentioned on radio, your name is being mentioned on TV.
It's all because of him.
Newspapers and everything, and it's because of him. So you keep quiet.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't see it as business. So it got to a point that I was supposed to do an interview at one radio station, Joy FM. But then I had some deal with some no
Movement
B, and my baby mama.
Okay.
So you have to go to the beach. It was 6 March.
Okay.
And I wanted to go to the beach, and that interview came too late.
Okay.
And I was so hot that radio stations want to talk. Oh, everybody wants to.
Wow.
And Charlie 6 March, I'm a name. So baby mama. Interview. So I decided that I won't go. And that was it. That I disobeyed their stuff. Their orders and stuff like that. So after I came to beg and everything.
So no.
My executive producer said no, but everybody else was like, but the executive producer was like, there was something else to it, but I keep it secret.
Okay.
It's not good for camera. So from there, something happened before that unexpected interview came. So that unexpected interview was to block something that I wanted to do. And I'm like, no, I won't do that. I will do what I want to do. So you get my point now.
I get your point.
They got mad at me. Back then, they didn't take me back.
And
then Charlie,
you moved on.
I moved on. Within some few weeks, I heard Chicago was working with them.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, no problem. Then I heard that Chicago said I stole his song, and it wasn't true. It was a gimmick for him to get the name and to
back to
that stunt. You see that stunt thing. But back then we didn't know that stunt, so people took it serious, and I took it serious. I wanted to beat up this guy anywhere I catch him, man.
Oh yeah.
So those guys who didn't like me was like, oh, you're not gonna cry now, they're hating no you too.
Hey.
I don't mind me any man my yes with their performance. If you need all sign on a crane, you said the track is mine. So how can you feature on that space in ground? And I didn't blame. First I blamed him, but now I don't blame him anymore because I know he too has to get some sponsors. So he has to chop. When the time comes for him to do, he has to go on and do it. So that was it. And then they took in Chicago, thinking that I did David Kuku with Chicago, and David Kuku became hit.
Okay.
So they are bringing Chicago
in.
But you can't bring a country to fight Expo. You can't bring Chicago to fight Expo or to challenge Expo. There's no way. But Expo is exceptional.
Yeah.
You cannot describe Expo. Expo is X. Find X. X can be anything.
Extra dough.
X can be anything. Always when you remember mass, they will tell you to find X.
Oh yes.
XY is equal to Y. Find
so
X.
Now, Chicago is with
Yakababs.
And where were you at the time?
I was at home. Not be able to go out because people were pointing hands on me and stuff like that.
Yeah. But
the spirit was dying.
Was Chicago, did he release any song?
Yeah.
Dissing you?
As they got him, he released the Bajidimia or the car. And 3 people bought the cassette. Only 3 people.
How did you know 3 people?
Oh, and I asked Chicago. Chicago, me bois. And yet 3 pen on more on toy. What down for back on. And Yakabams. Anyway, Semikai. Shout out to Chicago, man.
Big up.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, this song, you are using this song to counter XD. No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So from there, let me shout out and big up my mom again, my late mom.
Yeah.
She spoke to me once again. She told me, I was in a room and she told me, I don't quite know about me at one. I made a cuckoo, I don't quite know about me at one. And this will be said, saying, to fulfill.
Yeah.
I was the thing was, I didn't even realize that I could even achieve me to extent I couldn't even realize it I know for.
Wow.
Because it got to me. Be a brand, be fast na ye big, na the family so now so ye big, na feel. So I felt a bit betrayed. Say, and I had some secret things with Chicago when I was working there.
Yeah.
We were doing some little secret stuff that is between me and you. Then Charlie, if you are working with them, then Charlie, you are betrayed.
Finish with that.
You will become a So, it got to that point and I'm like, no. So luckily, I was called on an interview at Radio Good to cancel. They wanted to cancel Hip Life because pt2 and those people were thinking that Hip Life was going to spoil. It's a foreign thing.
Yeah.
And it's a Kobolo thing, so they have to cancel. So there was an interview and I was there. I and Bright, Book Back, was the only
Hip Life guys
artist on that panel, like on that show. And Sleepy Mike James was there, and pt2 and other artists. Everybody was there at Radio Good. They wanted to tell us to stop it. And then I made a point that they should think about if I'm their child on the street. I didn't rob. I didn't do pickpocketing. I didn't do anything. I'm doing music. And they are telling me to stop. What are they going to tell me to do?
Yeah.
They expect me to go back to the street and still. And what we are doing is Ghana. It's not foreign.
Yeah.
You don't find foreigners rapping with beats, with guitars and things that will, and we are rappers.
Yes.
We are rappers.
We are singers.
So even most of their songs, we can put rap on it. And they put this song, Osoboche. I told them to put that. And Osoboche has some beats, some small, like 8-bar beats from beginning and stuff like that. And I was busting a freestyle on it.
Wow.
And all of them was like, wow. And then Precise was listening to it.
Okay.
At home, at his shop. So Precise called Fred Yama because he knew I was working with Fred Yama. So he called Fred Yama and he said, oh, Charlie, that guy, I go love Siam. He's good. So after the interview, Fred Yama came to Radio Good. Okay. The moment I saw him, I went to hold him. I wanted to fight him because I knew he was with Chicago and those people. They caused that thing. So I wanted to fight him. People were like Benji Kumasa and all those guys at Radio Good was talking to me. Oh, calm down. Why? Boy, we saw it. Everybody was like, that's Kubolo movement. Why? Cool down. And then he said he was bringing me a good news. Somebody wants to work with me. Wow. And so he took me to Precise again. And then Precise said, Charlie, I want to work with you. Are you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. So right there, I met Nana King. Nana King came to the studio.
Oh.
So you see coincidence. I'm like, Nana King. The guy came in the studio. Like, he was like slanging. Yo, man, what's up, man?
What up, man? How you doing, yeah? Yo, we work with Tupac, man.
I'm like, hey, I call him. Hey, you know where title? I got a studio, man. You got to come check it out, man. I got a studio in my house, man. Nana King was the first guy to bring digital studio to Ghana. Oh. My bad beat was done on NPC. See that beat, Swiss beat, and then play with their hands, that small drum sampler. Yeah. That was what was used to record my back. That's why up to now the beat when you hear it.
Strong.
Yeah, strong.
Wow.
Nana King. So I went to Nana King's house. I didn't see no studio. I was expecting a big board, real studio. Yeah. I didn't see anything. This guy said, oh, this is my studio, just a computer.
Yeah, some mic and some.
There was not even mic safe. Because he at that time he hasn't recorded anybody. Oh. But he has a studio. He's new in town. So you ex though. Yeah, I heard your song before. Yo, come to the studio, check it out, man. Yeah. I felt like I'm in LA, man. I went to the studio to check it out. There was no studio. So he put a diskette. In a computer, play some wicked beats. I'm like, what? Started busting on the beat, and then homeboy was like, hey! Yo, took a box, opened it, took out piano, the organ, fix it. Pick another box, took a brand new mic, fix it, put everything. So he used me to fix that studio.
Wow.
And then we recorded my back album, solid.
Straight. That was on the Precise music.
Yeah, on the Precise music. And my back came out to bust out these people. Say,
wow.
So when I was coming, I'm like, yeah, this is the real shit. Sorry my language, but this is the real deal. You know what I mean? Nana King from LA showed me pictures with Tupac.
Yeah, I remember some Tupac was playing some drums and
pictures with Snoop and all that. Performing with Tupac and all that. I'm like, whoa. So when I saw those pictures, the only thing that came in my mind was this.
Wow.
Then Chicago crowd.
Oh, you see.
And Nana King was giving me that
support, encouragement. Yo, let's do it.
So I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I started thinking about what to write, what to put on paper and see so I was thinking, trying to plan everything. And then I traveled to Kumasi. So when I got to Kumasi, anytime I go to Kumasi, I visit Ochami Kwame or Ochami Kofi all the time.
Yeah, he was telling me that.
Ochami Kwame or Ochami Kofi. You know, so I went to Kumasi for a show and then I went to visit them. So Kofi used to have a small studio at his house. So that's where we all rehearsed. And so when we were doing that, and I was and then the rhymes was coming and they were like, what? And then so all of them started contributing to the song.
To the lyrics.
To the lyrics.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So one punchline that Kofi said, that I took it and I added it to the beat. That was Ofrehon President, also I went to residence. So we were chatting and Kofi was like, Reggie Crowd, first I busted, I'm like, Rasta went to reggae, what's when you're a rapper? They said when you're a dancer.
Yeah.
You see, that was, and then they got that another idea like, oh, so Secretary President, Kumasi Kronima.
But why were you dissing Reggie at the first?
It wasn't dissing, it was battling.
It was battling.
There's difference between disrespect and battling. And battling is allowed in rap music. To throw shots and
back and forth.
Back and forth. You say something, I look at what you said, build on it, say something else. You know what I mean?
You know, this conversation is going to, our time is up. I want us to continue next week, right? So give me some freestyle. Look at me, give me freestyle. Let's go and then we come back next week, all right?
Ex-Donima shall me say you're back. Ghana for my family, Timoma, me a quab.
You want me to give you a beat?
I am penny, my young Kadana, Brun, Tibacco, Yam,
hey.
Welcome, more day.
Okay, so that's it for this week. Next week is gonna be crazy. Next week we will continue with XDigiDo. Thank you so much for staying tuned. You already know, Do Fly Sexy. All you have to do is just pick up a phone and call 054-100-4202. Talk to Zad Clothing, they'll hold you down. Don't go. Next week, same time, same place. Catch you up.